Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my ride or die makeup tag, which was created by Jaclyn Hill, and I decided I wanted to hop on that bandwagon with everybody else and tell you guys my favorite product from high-end to drugstore brands. I'm really excited. Everything that is my favorite like ride or die product I put on my face today. I didn't want to do the makeup tutorial for you guys. I just feel like I've been going nuts with makeup tutorials and I'm kind of like in a rut right now, so I feel like I'm taking a little break from that. But before we get started into my ride or die products, I wanted to let you guys know that I've been purchasing new lashes from the brand Dodo Lashes, and I've actually become an affiliate with them, which I'm super excited about. This is my first coupon code that I have with anybody, obviously. So I wanted to let you guys know that I really do back this brand up. I love the lashes that I applied on today. I'm so obsessed with them. They applied really easy. The band is like thick, but not thick. It's kind of thin as well. And it literally went on like that. It was probably the fastest lashes that I've ever put on. They have faux mink lashes on there, and it ranges from like $5 to $12, which is an awesome deal for faux mink lashes. So my coupon code is the same as my YouTube name, RICHELLERAMONNN, with 3 N's at the end. So RICHELLERAMONNN. You only get 5% off, but hey, at least it's something. If you guys want to check them out, go to www.dodolashes.com and check them out. The lashes I purchased 2 sets and they were only $5, which is awesome. I think Ardell lashes are around like $4 or $3 or $5. So it's kind of the same thing, and you get faux mink lashes, the look of mink lashes, so check them out. Anyways, let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so jumping into my ride or die makeup products. So starting off with foundation. To my surprise, honestly, as I was thinking about like what is my ride or die foundation, and I have so many brands from LC, from Too Faced to L'Oreal, like high-end, Makeup Forever, all that kind of stuff, and I narrowed it down to 2. For sure, without a doubt, Drugstore. Oh my god, it was really hard to choose between L'Oreal or Maybelline, but I went ahead and went with Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is what I have on my face today, and I ran out of this actually, so I was like dumping it on my hand, and when I applied it to my face, I kind of had forgot how much I love this foundation. It's so smooth. It makes my face seem so flawless and so perfect. It's full coverage, but not like super heavy coverage. It's like medium to full. You can definitely build it up to make it super heavy coverage, but it's very skin light and it's matte, skin-like, and it's matte, but it's not like my face is super dry. It's just like a velvety, matte, natural skin kind of finish, and I really do love this foundation. Also, my second favorite, more of like, I guess you can say like a higher end kind of foundation, is the EX1 foundation. I literally use this in almost all my tutorials, whether it's just to apply it all over my face or to use a higher shade up to contour. I love using this to contour. Typically, I'm usually the shade F300, and then I'll contour with either F400 or F500. But right now I'm kind of F400 since I'm a little bit on the darker side. But both of these, without a doubt, they're almost the same exact kind of finish. This one's a little bit dewier, but not really too dewy. It's like a hybrid between dewy and matte. But both of these are for sure my ride or die. If I threw away all my other foundations, I would literally be A-okay. Okay, so on to concealer. I am a concealer fanatic. I have so many concealers from LA Pro to Morphe, Maybelline, Adrienne, Fit Me, MAC, freaking Urban Decay, Tarte. I know right now everybody's like so obsessed with the Tarte Shape Tape, which is a great concealer and I love it. It's just a little bit too full coverage for me. So at the end of the day, I went ahead and picked Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is like this is my baby right here. I love this. It's full coverage, but it's still like not so cake face underneath your eyes. It's very flawless and seamless. It blends out so easily. So for my high end, this is my favorite concealer right here. If you guys haven't tried it, you need to get it. And I'm in the shade light medium. You always pair Under Eye Corrector with that concealer. So it's either MAC Bright Forecast or Becca's Under Eye Peach Corrector. I couldn't choose between both. I honestly use these all the time. I couldn't be without them. This is more of like an orangey peachy undertone, where this is like a pink peach undertone. But both of these are my ride or die concealer correctors for before that concealer. Then from the drugstore concealer, if I had to choose, it would be Maybelline Fit Me. This is really comparable to the NARS Creamy Concealer, but I just love this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Urban Decay, Naked Skin, and Maybelline Fit Me are my ride or die concealers. So for setting the rest of my face, Everybody's so obsessed with Laura Mercier. I was on that bandwagon too. The RCMA, AIRSPUN, all those kind of loose powders. I think Kat Von D has one now. But at the end of the day, if I had to choose out of all of them, my ride or die loose powder to set underneath my eyes or the rest of my face is for sure the AIRSPUN. I love Laura Mercier. Maybe it's a price that like kills me sometimes. I still have it and I still use it, but I don't know. I just feel like it tightens my face a little bit too much. It makes me age a little bit underneath my eyes. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. The RCMA is good too, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I just like AIRSPUN. This is my baby. It smells like your grandmother's makeup, but it's whatever. This is the bomb. It sets your whole face. It sets underneath your eyes. It doesn't let you crease. It literally makes your makeup last all day. I love this powder. If you guys haven't picked it up, I think Walgreens and Walmart carries it for $6. Laura Mercier is $30 and this is $6, guys. You can't beat that. Okay, so moving on to the brows. I actually ran out of my Ride or Die brow product. Without a doubt, it's the L'Oreal Brow Stylist pencil or pen, whatever it is. It's like an exact dupe for Anastasia's Brow Wiz, like literally the exact dupe. Kind of upset I don't have it to show you guys, but you guys can pick it up at like your local drugstore like CVS or Walgreens, and I'm in the shade Brunette. And then to set my brows, again, I'm obsessed with the Anastasia Clear Gel, but if I had to choose between that one or this one, all day L'Oreal Brow Stylist Gel. This is literally an exact dupe for the Anastasia gels for your brows to set them. It's not even funny how good this is. And I've had this, I think, almost a year now, and I haven't even gone through this whole thing yet. It's literally super glue for your brows, and it's not 20 bucks. I think it's like $9.99 or 10 bucks. So this and the L'Oreal Brow Stylist pen is like my ride or die brow products, without a doubt. And to highlight underneath my brows, I know that you guys can use concealers, any kind of concealers you want, but my favorite ride or die for that is this NYX contour palette. Without a doubt, this is the bomb. I use this for everything, for priming my eyelids, my brows, concealer, contour, all the shebang. I always use this. Okay, so onto contouring and bronzer. I have so many contouring palettes and so many bronzers, but at the end of the day, my ride or die, the one I always reach for all the time to bronze my face, is this Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. This is the shade... Oh, I always thought this was 25i. This is the shade 20M. So this is my favorite bronzer just because it's not so orange. It's more of like a mixture of like cool and warms. It's pretty neutral. So I like to bronze with this, but also if you wanted to, you can definitely contour with this. It's just so skin light, so like creamy. It's like powdery, but it's like almost creamy at the same time. And it doesn't like, it's pigmented, but it's not like so pigmented where you get like an excess amount and you can go crazy with it. You actually have to really swirl your brush in there and like build up the product, which I like because you can go a little bit crazy with bronzer. So I like how this is like a light pigmented on your face and you kind of like build it up, but it's so velvety, so natural. You literally look like you have nothing on your face. So I definitely love this. Then my Ride or Die contour palette is for sure the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. You can see my camera. I have the Anastasia contour palette, but it literally does not compare to the Shade and Light palette. I just love all the colors in here. This is more of like a cool tone, like gray, ashy color. And then this one's more of like the warmer bronzer. And this color right here and this color, honestly, this is like the peachy one. And this one, these are amazing. Like amazing. So buttery, so creamy. And I feel like, I might be wrong, correct me, I feel like her new contour palette that's just like this is now refillable. I heard a rumor about it, but honestly, I don't know. I've had this for a year now, and it's lasted me forever. And this is for sure my Ride or Die contour palette. So then for blushes, it would for sure be the Balm's Hot Mama. It's such a pretty, like, corally color that can go with, like, any really look, really. It's, like, very natural and light. It's not, like, super coral on your face. It just gives you, like, a kiss of color on your face. And I really do just love this blush. I was going to give you a drugstore version of one of my Ride or Dies, which is Milani's Luminoso. But as I look at them next to each other, they're like super close in color, which doesn't surprise me on why I love this Milani Luminoso so much. Okay, and now on to highlight. For my number one highlight, oh my god, this was like really hard to choose, not live without the Balm's Mary Luminizer. I wonder if you guys can see it. It's like a white, but like yellow champagne kind of undertone highlight, and it's literally, it's life. It looks so subtle in the pan, but once you swipe it and you put it on your cheeks, I don't know if you guys can see it right now. Once you put it on your cheeks, it like gives you such an intense highlighted glow, but like so pretty and kind of natural looking. This for sure is like my #1 highlight. Let me swatch it for you. That's what it looks like on the fingers. Like, do you see how intense that is? And a lot of people, like my skin color or a little bit darker, would probably be like a little bit intimidated because it looks so light, but since it has that yellow and like champagne undertone, it definitely works for darker skin tones. I love that highlight, and it's only $24. Like $24, what? Most highlights are like 38, 40, all that kind of stuff, and this is really affordable. It's not drugstore, but it's definitely affordable, and you can find this at Kohl's. Oh my god, I totally forgot primer. So for primer, I'm not a big believer in primer. Like, I really haven't tried that many high-end products for primer. I've tried like the Benefit Professional. I've heard a lot about the Too Faced Hangover Primer, but at the end of the day, I always find myself going back to either Cetaphil lotion. I know I sound crazy, but it carries glycerin in it, which causes your face to get tacky and makeup to stick onto it and not move all day. I tried that Nivea Post Shave Balm, but it broke me out like all over my face, and I find that this is really good for sensitive skin. My son has eczema and he has really sensitive skin, and I use Cetaphil on his eczema to like help soften it and not be so dry and itchy. So I am like a hardcore believer in this Cetaphil lotion, but if you're kind of sketched out to use this Cetaphil lotion, I for sure would try the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer or Pore Eraser. This is not a gimmick. It literally, it's like a silicone base, and it literally sinks into all your pores and your fine lines. So I have a lot of fine lines on my forehead, and when I put my foundation down, you can see it settling in there. But when I apply this first, it literally does not settle into any fine lines. It like creates a barrier between your skin and the foundation, but it doesn't slip off throughout the day. So I for sure love this Maybelline. I for sure love this Maybelline Baby Skin and the Cetaphil lotion. So for eyeshadow palettes, I know this is not going to be a big surprise to you guys because I use it literally every single day, which is so funny because I didn't want it because I thought I already had a lot of colors like it and I didn't think it was anything special. But when I bought it, I was like, oh my god. If I got rid of all my Morphe ones, all my Urban Decay ones, all my Tarte ones, it would literally, without a doubt, be the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This has like from the most natural, subtle looks to the most dramatic looks, smoked out, cranberry, neutrals. Like literally, this is my ride or die palette. I've already hit pan. I think I've had this for what, like a month? I've hit pan on almost 3 colors, for sure 2 colors, and I'm working on the third color to hit pan. Honestly, kind of like 5 colors I've already hit almost pan on. This is literally amazing. If you guys are like contemplating what kind of palette to get, I know like so many drugstores have good palettes, but literally guys, like, do not waste your money on those. Just get this, and this is all you need. I'm not even kidding you. This is not like a gimmick. I'm being dead serious. This is literally all you need right here. Then for eyeliner, I literally was a hardcore, like, die hard for gel liner. I was so scared to try liquid liner. I loved my Maybelline gel liner. I love my Kat Von D Trooper liner. Oh my god. But then I bought this NYC liquid liner. Why is that so hard to say? I bought this NYC liquid liner. God damn it. And I'm never looking back. Like, this is so matte, so black. You can go over it like over and over again, and it's not going to fade. It's not going to get crumbly. It is literally so good. The only thing I notice is that if you do get super in your inner corner, it will run down onto your bottom lash line, which is a little bit annoying. So what I typically like to do is go in with Kat Von D's Trooper liner inside really tightly, and then I'll do the wing and the rest of it with this liner right here. But this is literally like God sent. Like, this is so good. And I know like liquid liner can be a little bit intimidating because I was really bad at it. But this is like dummy proof. Like, it's so easy to do, it's not even funny. So if you guys are contemplating buying this, it's only $3. Just test it out. I promise you, couldn't live without it. Okay, and for lashes, I know that I just told you guys about my Dodo lashes, but I haven't tried them long enough for me to be like, this is like my ride or die kind of thing. So without a doubt, my ride or die lashes are Social Eye Lashes and Minx 2.0. You can find these on Amazon, and they're only, I feel like I only spent $12 and I got like a pack of 3, which isn't bad at all. These are great dupes. I've said it time and time again for House of Lashes Iconics and Coco Goddess Lashes. You can find these on Amazon, and these are so freaking legit, so dramatic, so pretty. You don't need a crazy eye look for this. You can literally have no eyeshadow on, and because of this, it'll make your whole face kind of pop. Okay, and for lips, I have 4 options, 1 gloss and 3 liquid lips. I couldn't decide, honestly, like what high-end liquid lipstick I could live without. So at the end of the day, I chose Dose of Color Cork, which is what I have on my lips right now, which is this color right here. It's like a warm orangey brown. And then I chose Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow, which is like a mauve kind of nude, but like super nude. It's so pretty. I love both of these. Let me swatch it for you. So here's Dose of Colors Cork, and here's Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. I literally could not choose between both of these. I love both of them. I love both of the formulas. Dose of Colors is like my all-time favorite liquid lipstick, and so is Kat Von D's, is probably my second. It's really comfortable to wear, and right now I haven't really been into matte lips, and I'm wearing Dose of Colors Cork, and I've made it through this whole video, and while I got ready and everything's good, I don't feel like my lips are cracking. They just feel like I have nothing on them. So I love those two colors. Then if I had to choose a ride or die drugstore, I would definitely choose NYX Sandstorm, which is almost the same thing as Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. It's pretty much like a drugstore dupe for Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. This right here is NYX Sandstorm, and this is Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow. So these three right here are my ride or die liquid lipsticks. Then for lip gloss, I only chose one. This is like, if I had to choose which one I would keep all day, NYX Madeline lip gloss. It's such a pretty, just like brownie kind of nude color. I love the formula of the NYX butter glosses. They're so creamy, so like buttery, but not sticky and annoying at all. It's very comfortable. So before we wrap up the video, I want to tell you guys my ride or die makeup brushes that I cannot live without. First off, of course, you know, my ride or die number one is a beauty blender or a Real Technique sponge. I cannot do my makeup without a sponge. I promise you, it does not turn out the same. I have kabuki brushes, I have all that kind of stuff, but I feel like the way a sponge blends out your foundation and your concealer is so seamless and so natural. But as far as brushes go, let's start off with the face. This Sigma tapered highlighting brush. It's a F35. I use this to wipe off all that loose powder underneath my eyes. I've tried other brushes, but sometimes when I wipe it off, I get a bunch of little like dots in my concealer. This is the only brush that really doesn't do that for me. I use it for underneath my eyes, right here, just to brush off all that loose powder. Also, to blend everything in together, to make everything seem very seamless and have no harsh lines, I couldn't live without this Sigma Duo Fiber stippling brush. It's a F50 from Sigma. For highlight, without a doubt, number one highlighting brush is Morphe M310. It applies your highlight so seamless, so natural. It's not a stark line. It just goes on very airbrushed on your face. Then for blush, it was hard for me to choose, but out of all the brushes for blush, this is my number one favorite, and this is the Sigma E3. For contouring or bronzing up your face, this has become my new ride or die for that, and that is the Morphe M530. So this was kind of hard to do, to narrow it down for just eyeshadow brushes. I don't know if it's because I have the luxury of having a lot of eyeshadow brushes, but if I had to narrow it down to my top favorites for eyeshadow brushes, it would be these right here. This Morphe M224, and I use this to apply concealer underneath my eyes, the corrector underneath my eyes, or I use this to cut my crease when I do cut creases for eyeshadows. Then, obviously, as you guys know, my number one favorite eyeshadow brush, couldn't do an eye look without it, is Sigma's E40 Tapered Blending Brush. Then another ride or die for me is a Morphe's M441. This right here is also comparable to that Sigma E40. I couldn't do an eyeshadow look without it. Also, this Sigma E25. This is also a big, important brush for a makeup look. Then another one is a Morphe M330. It's a small tapered blending brush that gets perfectly into your crease or your outer corners to blend everything out. Then for my lower lash line and my inner corner highlights is Morphe E36. This is literally the best inner corner and brow bone highlight brush. Or I use it also to highlight my tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Then for my lower lash line is Morphe M209. It's like the perfect skinny blending brush just to make sure you buff everything out underneath your lash line. Then to tightline my lower lash line, this Morphe M508 is a must. Literally everybody needs it in their makeup kit. And to wrap it up, my number one little baby is this Morphe M432, and I use this to carve out my brows, but today I also used it to place that blue shadow or green shadow on my lower lash line and to tightline with it. So this is very versatile. Then the last little handy dandy tool to apply lashes is this cool little tweezer thing right here that I picked up at Ulta for I think $7 to $10. So that wraps up my ride or die makeup tag. I hope you guys enjoyed learning all the products that I couldn't live without and all the brushes. These are literally like, I would grab these every single day if I didn't want to test out new products. These are all like I really need to survive in the makeup world. I love all these. I'm so die hard for them, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys got inspired to try out some new products. Don't forget to check out Dodo lashes, and if you want to pick some up, don't forget to use my coupon code. I'll list it down below, and other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. At this oh my god, I bought this NYC why am I having such a hard time? NYC, oh my god.